It's Jason doing a cooking with the car guy. Cauliflower couscous. I can hear some of my friends already saying, cauliflower couscous! None of my friends really have southern accents like that, but you get the drift. This is actually a delightful little recipe. Check it out. So, for this delicious cauliflower couscous, you are going to need a number of things. One of them being cauliflower. Knives are essential. Some sort of food processor is great, although not completely necessary. Selfie stick? Well, why not? I have a beautiful mix of carrots, onions, and celery in a cut that the French call brunoise, which means very small. Some beautiful cherry tomatoes. Some roasted garlic. I have dehydrated tart cherries. I'm going to finish with a little cilantro. I have turmeric, cinnamon, and cumin. Olive oil. First things first, we're going to break down this bad girl right here. I don't want to use any of these stems or leaves, although I'm sure they could do something lovely like go in a stalk or something like that. Just kind of peel them back and cut towards the stem there. You can start it with your thumb if you like. See? Let's have that left over. You can kind of work your knife in there and peel it out. Easy. Like I said before, you don't absolutely need a food processor for this, but it just makes life a little easier. I'm going to take and go around the stem here. Just kind of release some of the flowerets. Since I'm going to make these incredibly small with the food processor, it doesn't have to look real pretty right now. But I want to get as much of the good stuff as I can. And I just kind of spin it, cutting the stems as I go. Next thing you know, voila. Now if you want to use a knife to make this dish, just prepare yourself for loads of this. We want to get it really small. I am going to throw these into my food processor and make my life easier. Alrighty, so everybody just goes right into the food processor here. I don't need it to have huge pieces. I don't need my Ninja to be working too hard, so I might just cut a few times. Like I say, it's all going to be tiny at the end of this, so how it looks right now makes no difference at all. With this bad boy, I just put the lid on, take this power unit, put it in there correctly, and lastly, I'm going to want to make these dried bitter cherries just a little bit smaller. Just a simple chop. Just not worried about uniformity too much here. I just don't want any super huge chunks. These are delicious. Alrighty, my cauliflower is looking pretty couscousy. I've got all the rest of my ingredients. I am ready to put everything together. Okay, to the pan. First, our mirepoix, the carrots, onion, and celery. Get these going nicely. Give them a stir. Like I said, I'm just making a little bit more flavor than nothing. You don't want to overcook these. You don't want to burn it. You just want them to give up the goodness. We want the goodness. Next, my roasted garlic. You really got to watch it when you put garlic in the hot pan though, because burnt garlic is gross, in my opinion, and it'll get burnt quick. Now all these little guys are talking to each other. They're sharing the good news about flavor. They're getting to know each other. They're having open relationships. They're mingling. It's going to be delicious. Now, my cauliflower. I forgot to mention that cauliflower has been known to make people a bit tooty, so be forewarned. You're making this for your husband or wife, they're going to let you know their appreciation in many different forms in a few hours after. And see, even my food processor let some big ones go. That's alright. So, I'm going to add a little more olive oil to this, just so I can disperse that heat, and I like the flavor. Those carrots, onions, and celery and garlic, they made a flavor in the bottom of the pan. Now our cauliflower is picking that up, and the oil's helping it do that. I'm thinking a little bit of a Mediterranean theme. I'm going to do cumin, some turmeric. Don't get this on your clothes. A little bit of cinnamon, believe it or not. And just the remnants of this delicious Thai, they say coconut milk, but I like the flavor. And it's going to give me a little coating. Stir, stir, stir. You want to stir that till all your color gets about the same. Anything that's really white is going to be just cauliflower-like. It's even starting to look like couscous. Now I'll throw in the tomatoes. And lastly, the dehydrated tart cherries. It's starting to look really good. This is the dish that we made there. Looks absolutely delicious. Smells even better. Take a nice healthy scoop right in the center of my plate here. And I think it's great to finish with a pinch of freshly done cilantro here. There you go. Cauliflower couscous. Cooking with the car guy.